Okay, I think English teachers grade too hard on our essays.
Yeah.
I think that for the most part, the essays are graded very fairly, but I have, in my high school experience, seen some favoritism shown.
I think they grade them reasonably fair.
I don't think they're graded very fairly because different teachers have different ideas about what makes a good essay.
So, since English is not like math or science, when every problem on the test or quiz is exactly right or exactly wrong, how would you describe the essay grading process?
So when I grade, for example, if I'm looking at an essay of yours, or an entire stack of them, I go through one time without a pen or pencil or anything, and I just read. I want to get a feel for the ideas and kind of how you're handling language. That's the most important thing for me, the ideas. So in that first read, I'm not thinking, you're writing in the past tense and it should be in the present. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking holistic, big picture. What kind of ideas are you presenting? After that, when I have a kind of a better grasp on where it does stand holistically, then I'll go back through and kind of look for little things. And I think a common misconception is that I'm going through, or your English teacher is going through and looking for ways to kind of penalize you. And I understand that perspective because you get a paperback and there's marks on it. My MO is much more, how can I help you improve as a writer? So trying to point out, like if you're consistently making the same mistake, like maybe every verb is in the past tense and should be in the present, that's a relatively easy fix. And I'm trying to point that out and say, here's something you're doing, and next time, that's a relatively simple way to be better, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say that ideas come first and foremost, like if your ideas aren't there and you're not presenting a coherent argument, it really doesn't matter how well you present that argument.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say like those things are so much more important. You could have the greatest, diction, syntax, and everything in the world, but if you're not saying anything, that's not worthwhile. I'd much rather you have terrific ideas and there have to be some flaws in the presentation, because that means at least you can do the thinking and you can get to